Hey traders, this is Scott Barkley. Hey, I just finished a great new video. As you know, I put short little videos up there to help you on your journey, and this one's especially great. But my goal is to turn your pains into gains. After all, I wrote the book, The Empowered Forex Trader, Turning Pains into Gains. So I'm going to get out of here and we'll get right into the video. All right, so this video is on how to make trading a career. All right. And most people go in and start with a hobby, but end up going, well, you know what? I could make money doing this. And then you get the bug. All right. So let's help you with the bug here. So I'm Scott Barkley, co-founder of ProAct Traders, and I've been a trader and a trainer for over 2 decades. I'm also the author of the book, The Empowered Forex Trader, Strategies to Transform Pains into Gains. All right. That's available on Amazon. All right. So for the last 20 plus years, I've specialized in taking the complex part of trading and making it simple. And of course, that's why I wrote the book, to help traders get it. But I've found significant ways to teach the banker's methodology, which is price action, and that's what the bankers do, and then making it easy to understand. But simplicity in a complex environment only works if the trader commits to the process, does the work to gain understanding, and follows a blueprint for success. So any career requires some very important criteria for you to be successful at it. You'd have to have a real desire to achieve this goal. All right. So, you want to be a doctor. Well, you don't start being a doctor when you get out of college. You decide to be a doctor when you're in high school, and you start taking life sciences courses in high school, graduate to college and do a 4-year pre-med, then you do med school, then you do a residency, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So you need education to collapse the time frame to becoming successful. And you need a realistic commitment to the time it takes to really learn. Don't fall for the website saying, I got my Lamborghini in 3 weeks. That's BS. They may have got that Lamborghini in BS, but that's because they were selling marketing, not because they're a trader. And you need some initial capital. And you need a supportive family and a realistic amount of time allotted to live trading. All right. So let's look at each one of these pieces separately. A real desire to achieve this goal. So all career paths have bumps in the road. All right. The desire to overcome these bumps is necessary, or you will bail at the first sign of adversity. Trading is a learned skill, so the time it takes to get there is different from everyone else. Never compare yourself. You will have to prioritize your time and balance that with a job in most cases, family, commitments, etc. But if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. So education to collapse the time frame to becoming successful. Every worthwhile profession requires an educational component. In the wild, wild west of the internet, www, information is at our fingertips with tons of sites pushing their education. How do I make a good choice? Quality education is never free. It is worthwhile. If it is worthwhile, it has a value, and that value is based on the robustness of the education you're receiving, the cost associated with delivering that education, and the time the company must devote to your growth. The time frame to grasp the information could be weeks or months or even more. So let's look at some career paths. So what does it cost? Okay, let's say that you want to become a HVAC. You're going to work on air conditioning, that kind of stuff. All right, what's it going to cost you? All right, well, the certificate is going to cost you as much as $15,000. An associate's degree will cost you $35,000, okay? So, well, there you go, all right? But remember now, if you want to be an HVAC guy, you could be making $120,000, $130,000 a year, all right? So that's not that expensive when you think about that, all right? How about, I want to be a pilot. Let's be a pilot. All right, it costs you $160 to $240 cost per hour. So figure on $9,000 to $15,000 just to become a pilot. I'm not talking about being a commercial pilot. I'm just talking about getting a plane and flying around to your grandma's house. All right. So that's a big ticket right there. All right. How about I want to be a white collar person. So what I'd really like to do is become a physician's assistant, okay? So what's that going to take me, okay? So a 2-year program is going to cost you an estimated $114,000 for the 2 academic years. That doesn't count meals and where you're sleeping and all that kind of stuff. That's just the educational part. Say, well, I don't want to do that. You know, I just want to drive a truck, all right? So how much does it cost to get a license to drive an over-the-road truck, 18-wheeler? How much does it cost to get that commercial driver's license? Well, if you read down here, all right, typically it's going to cost you $4,000 to $12,000 in education, all right? $4,000 to $12,000 just so you can drive a truck cross country, all right? So we can see, doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum, all right, to become a professional requires an investment in education, all right? All right, so and then you need a realistic commitment to the time it takes to really learn, all right? So my 2 decades of experience with retail traders is they want it all now, all right? But learning to trade is very much like learning a language. In fact, we call it the language of the charts, all right? So the first thing is to exercise the I can learn this in 3 weeks mentality. You can't if you learn to trade. You can learn to use an indicator in 3 weeks, but that will not only not help you, it will set you up for failure. Get that. It sets you up for failure. So here's a little graph from the government, so we know it's true. All right, so if I'm an English speaker and I'd like to look up here and I'd like to learn Norwegian, all right, it's going to take me 575 to 600 hours of education to even be not fluent, but to be able to converse, all right? And when I take something like Korean or something like that, it's 2,200 hours to do the same thing, all right? So no matter what you're doing, you've got to commit money and you've got to commit time. You'll need some initial capital. Now, we want traders to start out with no more than $500 in a broker's account. When you have doubled and tripled that using micro lots, you can properly fund an account where you can trade at least 3 mini lots. Once you're at 3 mini lots, you can make a living on the Forex forever. All right? You will need to also fund that education. So save the trading money for the training money. All right? You need a supportive family. If your significant other is not supportive, you will have problems. If you think you want to get there fast, they want you to either get there quick or they want you to get out of here quick. Know what you're up against. Having joint goals about what to do with your success helps this stay cohesive, all right? So if your goal is to make money to move to Florida because you live in Buffalo and you hate the winters, then that's a great goal and will help you through the tough spots. And yes, you will have them. And that means they will also be supportive when you run into a rough spot, and you will. Trading needs an environment to thrive in, and a non-supportive family will make that a hostile environment. You need a realistic amount of time allotted to live trading. If you must continue with the 9 to 5, which most traders have to while they're learning, then the New York session is out for you, and you will have to concentrate your trading time in the Asian market. Well, this means time after work, not spent with your family, but isolated in your little cubbyhole. You only spend about 2.5 hours a day trading. Get that through your head. All right, but the rule of thumb is that for every 1 hour you spend trading, you need to spend 3 hours in the past learning. Now that's a tough commitment unless you're already retired. The rush to get there is the downfall of most traders. They don't enjoy the journey. They just want to get there. Well, guess what? The horizon is always the horizon. You never get to the horizon. Is it worth it? If you want to make money from anywhere in the world with no cap on your earnings, if you want to eventually have more time with your family and other interests, and if you want to have enough money to help other people, if you want your freedom. It isn't easy, but it's worth it. Hope that helps you. So, I've trained bank traders, hedge fund traders, prop traders, and full-time professional traders. Most of our traders are just trying to supplement or replace their income in the fastest way possible. Our teaching programs and over 200 videos are designed to do just that. And of course, you can download the book on Amazon, right? We have proven methodology and we have award-winning software. We also have a great community of traders some have been with me since 2005. So we'd love to have you watch us do this in real time in a live room. Just go to proacttraders.com and sign up for a 10-day test drive. And you'll see traders making hundreds, if not more pips, doing what this video is about. All right, so it's free, but don't forget to like us and subscribe us, and feel free to share this video because we want you to get the next video. So make sure you subscribe so you're alerted when it happens. Hope to see you in our live room.